feet.
That's what they're going to do. Love up the middle. Boy, is it close.
Based on the official at the top of the screen, he looked like he was short of that first down.
Big hit by Dre Greenlaw. Debo.
Yep. In a game where I desperately needed the Green Bay Packers to win, they had a 3rd and 1. They failed to get it. They went for it on 4th and 1. They didn't get that. And now the Niners have the ball, only down 3 points. Let's just fast forward and see what happens on this drive. How does it go? Touchdown, George Kittle. Boo. Now we see the Packers are getting the lead. And let's see, how costly was that field goal? Let's just take a little look. Or my computer.
Realistically, need at least 25 yards. Love. Pressure up the middle. Runs away. Throws across his body. And that is picked. 49ers have it. Greenlaw. Still up. He needs to get down. Greenlaw still on his feet.
He's got to go down.
Just go down and the game's over.
Congratulations, Packers. You lost by 3 points. That field goal could have been really useful. Came back to bite you right in the ass. But was that bad of a decision? And this is what I'm going to break down. Whether or not I think that going for on 4th and 1 at the San Francisco, 12-yard line, was worth it over kicking what would have been about a 30-yard field goal. And there are reasons as to why this could have been a good decision. First of all, Carlson is not a good kicker in the NFL. And I want to bring up this from when he was facing a 40-yard field goal.
Here's Anders Carlson, 41-yard try for him. Carlson, no!
So as you can see, Carlson does not have good accuracy. He genuinely does not have good accuracy. And it's something that, as a coach of the Packers, you got to worry, is he going to miss the kick? Because a turnover on downs is, in the end, not as bad as a missed kick. If you look up what happens if you miss a kick in NFL, I was on the wrong time. What happens if you miss a kick in NFL? Then if you attempt a field goal from within the team's 20-yard line, take position at the 20-yard line. Otherwise, it's the spot of the kick. Now, why is the spot of the kick 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage? And the reason why is because the optimal trajectory, maximum height, you want it to clear 10 feet. It's easier from a 7-yard distance. So you want to avoid a blocked kick, so you got to go 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. So if you miss that, if you go for it, and let's say you don't get it there, otherwise you have to go back to the 49ers get ball at the 20-yard line, and on a missed field goal, they're getting really good field position. Look at this. Look at where they missed the field goal, the San Francisco 23. The 49ers get the ball at the 31. So they're getting, better field position because of that. They're getting better field position because of that. And looking at this, turnover on downs, was it really that bad of a decision? Because you look at this, and you have first and 10 at the 23-yard line. Okay, it was at the 14-yard line, so it would have been a 31-yard field goal. And then they get 9 yards. They have Jones up the middle for no gain, and then Jordan Love goes up the middle for no gain, and then they get tackled. And the Niners take a 5-minute drive that ends with a George Kittle touchdown. And that's just how it goes. It's just that's just how it goes. So, Was it that bad of a decision? Well, you have to look at this and how they missed the field goal wide left, 4th and 9 at San Francisco's 23-yard line, and you have to go for the field goal there because converting a 4th and 9 is just too difficult, and a field goal it's assumed that you make. The thing is though, is that when you kick a field goal, it has both lower reward and higher risk. The higher risk is if you miss the kick, then instead of the 49ers getting the ball at the 23-yard line, they're going to get it further back. And on the next drive, they score a touchdown. And of course, the Packers then get picked. However, the thing that you got to understand is this situation. We all bash Dan Campbell for not taking the points and going for it when he really shouldn't have. But that was 4th and 2 and 4th and 3. And some people defended him. So 4th and 1 conversion odds, if we look them up, I mean, the odds of converting a 4th down, 4th and 1, I mean, they recommend going to 4th and 1 anywhere on the field. So I can't exactly find it. I'm trying to. But you look at 4th and 1, and you just have to look as to, whether or not it's the right decision. And so you have the 4th down decisions calculator, which I found, that I think might be helpful. Season 2023. Offense is going to be the Green Bay Packers. Defense, this is a away team. No. Okay. Green Bay was the away team. Home team is going to be the San Francisco 49ers. Looking at the time, it's the second quarter. This happened with about 14 minutes left. Second, I think that this happened with about this many seconds left. Don't know how many offensive and defensive timeouts there were. I'm just going to assume that there were 3. Again, yards to go is 1. Yards to the opponent's end zone, 14. Score differential, the Packers at this point have a 3-point lead. I'm just going to leave this blank. And, I mean, I have to click update on this. So, in this case, it does say go for it, but the win percentage, the win percentage, it does say NA. It does say NA. So, and they usually these are estimates, and that you have to be careful using this. It says do not use this in overtime because obviously it could end the game. It's not good with end of game scenarios, but you just look at this, and we click postseason. This might give us more insightful results. Yeah, go for it. It says 2.1% win percentage increase. If you're up 3, 4th and 1, 14 yards from your opponent's end zone. Just saw second quarter. I am assuming 3 timeouts. Because in this case, the odds weren't it wasn't likely that you would win the game anyway. It just wasn't likely. Your win percentage was 41% if you go for it and 39% if you went for a field goal attempt. You had a 66% chance of getting the conversion. If you fail, your win odds drop to 32%. If you succeed, they go up to 45%. With a field goal, you have a 94% chance of success. Fail, and it goes to 32% odds of winning. Get it, though, still only 39% odds of winning. So the fourth down conversion would be very rewarding. You'd want that fourth down conversion to be successful because there's two objectives. First of all, you want to churn clock. Because if you have a long drive, even if it only would have ended in a field goal, at least you did not give time for the Niners to respond. Or, well, you did. But maybe they can only get one drive out of it, and maybe then you can end off the half. They're getting second half kickoffs, so you definitely don't want them to be able to double up. Meanwhile, if you kick a field goal, then you only get 3 points and a touchdown. It would still take the lead with a successful extra point attempt. And with Andrew Carlson, no kick is a guarantee. Besides, it's 4th and 1. If you look just at 4th down, when to go for it, I mean, this is a very generic result thing. But the New York Times has an article about this. As a rule of thumb, on 4th and 1, they say go for any place on the field where it's possible, even at your own 9-yard line. 4th and 2, they say go for it beyond your 28-yard line. 4th and 3, go for it almost anywhere beyond your own 40. But those are the rule of thumb. And, I mean, these are generic. They don't take anything into account, and coaches are often way more cowardly than this. You can see how, as a 4th down gets larger, they're saying pretty much past 4th and 3 that you shouldn't be going for it in the spot. But even at 4th and 3, they would say to go for it. So this is basically defending Dan Campbell. 4th and 4, they say to go for it between your 45 and your opponent's 29. 4th and 5, between midfield and the opponent's 33. 4th and 6, go for it between your opponent's 47 and 35. 4th and 7, they say only between the 44 and 36 of the opponent. I mean, obviously, at some point, you just kick a field goal. Except, obviously, in another region, which is different for each team. 4th and 8, they say between your 41 and your opponent's 37. And they say on 4th and 9, you should only go for your opponent's 38. So I mean, this is obviously, obviously just a generic thing. But I mean, the data really just shows it. You look at the yards to the end zone. And I mean, you just look at it. You're at the 14-yard line. You can expect to get more points. So I mean, you see this. If it's 1 yard, the 4th and 1, they say to always go for it. They always say to go for it. Field goals, they say don't go for it unless if it's 4th and 1. So I really got to